السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome back in your lecture Fatawa on Air directly. The first question. I'm trusted on people's funds, but I start spending it into spending the time for meat and money, and a lot of people spend it to Quran and dhikr. Do I get the good that people have gotten? The answer, what you did, is from the goodness that has went beyond to the others. Whatever people did of dhikr with its good, it's for them. What is beyond, it's much better for them. Maybe it is heavier from the one that's only for the people themselves. But it is better for you while you are making your sa'i in your distribution of zakah and to be busy with the remembrance of Allah, because the action of the tongue, nothing could stop it. Whether you spend money or any of those forms. If you are not aware of it, please be aware of it in the future. Keep your tongue busy with the remembrance of Allah. I remember the hadith of Anas bin Malik. We were with the Prophet ﷺ and traveling. Some of us fasting, one is not fasting. He said we took a place in a heavy hot day. Some is trying to push the sun with their hand. So all the fasting people, they fell down. So the one who are not fasting, they start watering the animal. He said today the one who are not fasting took all the reward. So there were more reward from the fasting, because that one is only on the person who is fasting, but benefiting others is went beyond the person who is doing the action. And Bukhari put that chapter of saving people at the travel, whether it's from young to older or vice versa, with the equality. With the great reward, not with all, nothing. That does not mean that the ones who are fasted did not get the reward. No, they had the reward of the people who are fasting plus more. That's what he said. Took the reward. So serving at the time of battle is bigger than the fasting. He said, the person said that I went to one of the merchants He said, I went to a market, and then they gave me a number. And when I went, I was given any lamb. The butcher, he could slaughter on behalf of those who represent him and paid him. He is a representative to give it to them. So, inshallah, there should be no problem, inshallah, if he just gave you any of the lamb that he slaughtered. And to give you the reward, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Another question. a man is asking, a woman who was not divorced shar'iyyan, does her husband can force her to obey him if she did not obey him? And can we, what is the rule if we are in a country that can do it? Well, the wife to obey him in no sin and no harm on her, that's from the obligatory part. Because if she obeyed her husband and she break her obligation and protect her chastity, then she will be asked to enter the Jannah from any of the gates, if she wishes. And the Quran has divided people into two types, righteous and disobedience. Allah said the men are higher on women because of what they have spent on their money, and the righteous are they are obedient to Allah and to her husband. And those who are afraid of their disobedience, then advise them. And so those who are obedient and those who are disobedient. These are some of the things that should not be this. But when we apply it, we need to listen from both sides. The fatwa should not be as so that you go on one part or the other. So the person will say that her husband said he probably abused her and the humiliation, where she can't handle it, where she is not patient. So we need to listen from her, and then we'll say to the person, may Allah forgive you. There's two ways for the marriage, either to be in goodness or to live in goodness. So we cannot have them to live together in goodness. We cannot but to leave them in goodness. The arbitration is one of the ways. That's what if you are afraid split, then an arbitrator from her side, one from his side. If they want goodness, Allah will allow to do that. So these are the steps that need to be taken to fix the marriage life. Nothing is more convenient for the shaitans than to see the lives of the marriage to be split. The shaitan is an enemy, then take him as an enemy, but if you are in a country, you don't know to force her into obedience, so what are you asking? Except you to stay in goodness or to live in goodness. And the arbitration is one way, but to just to change the so I hope that you can just ask him to waste that time. Using the interest to build the masjid. Whomever have interest, you need to be asked to repent from riba. And your continuously taking the riba will not be taken by taking the riba to the masjid. When you continue using the riba, you are continuous war against Allah. Allah said, oh, who you believe, fear Allah and stay away from the riba. If you don't do, then declare a war from Allah and His Messenger. And if you repent, then you get your principal money Allah don't want you to do wrong, no, He wants you to do wrong. Ibn Abbas used to say to the person who eat riba, take your weapon from war. And it was not allowed in any religion, in either, even in Christianity or Judaism. Allah said about the sons of Israel that they are taking the riba and they were forbidden from doing, and taking people's money unfalsely, unjustly. And one of the briefs, he said, people who take riba, they lose their dignity in this life. The question, whoever went from riba, what does he do with his money? He take it to the public affairs. One of it in the masjid. And when it takes it, it has nothing to do with its origin, how it was gained. Because the one, it was forbidden for getting it, the forbidden, the punishment goes to the person who did it. And the reason the Prophet ﷺ, he dealt with the Jews, buying and selling, and giving and take, and he knew that they use usury, and they take riba, and they take bribes, and they take people's money unjustly. But the Prophet ﷺ asked him, where you get your money? When the money is transferred to you, is it in a proper way, then we take it. So the source of it is as it goes only to the person who gave it, not to the person who received it. So we take it from those usually haram. We tell them, we take your money, but this is something that you are the one gaining the punishment from Allah. A beautiful question. There is a bride who wants to get married soon. She's asking, can she combine the prayers in her day of her marriage? Can she make a time? She cannot make ghusl because of the maquillage on her face, of her hair. She cannot wash it. Then her coiffeur did. First of all, may Allah bless you in your marriage and combine you with goodness. But the best, what you are grateful, to be grateful to Allah with this quality of marriage, that you stop where Allah has stopped you. To be grateful to Allah cannot be with disobedience of Allah, and not to do the obligations. It's not that problem. You make tayammum and there's water in there, and because you are afraid of to ruin your makeup. There is nothing in the books that fear of the makeup stop the ightisal or the wudu. So I don't know any faqih who did this, prior or last. But al-wudu, it will bring beauty. The heart, if some of the heart has seals and evil things, this is a different issue. It has nothing to do with the wudu. That's what the tayammum, that you cannot do it because of makeup. The combination of the prayers, there is because he combined Dhuhr and Asr, Maghrib and Isha with no fast, just to ease on his people. Maybe this is one of the times that he wants you to be able to combine Maghrib and Isha and no problem. There is no illness or traveling. So inshallah, this is hadith. I will give you a way out that my daughter, you receive this beautiful day to be grateful to Allah, to write proper thanks to Allah, because He permitted that if you're grateful, you will increase, and if you cover it, then Allah's punishment is very severe. How do you be patient at the time of calamity? Something to me that is bad, and you does that mean you shouldn't be saddened? And sadness you have control over, not to complain, not even to the closest people to you, to just release your heart. And I thank Allah for everything that happens to me. My daughter, the patience is to hold the tongue from the dissatisfaction with Allah's decree. Some people get the calamity and they start complaining and they're saying, Allah is wrong to me, did me wrong. Why chose me out of all His creations to do this to me? This is something common. Why me? They always say, why me? Why Allah chose me out of all His creation to test me? The patience needs to hold your tongue from complaining against Allah. Just like you settle to His order, you can't say, oh, why Allah ordered me to fast, to pray. No, you accept what Allah has decreed on you. He decreed on you the prayers, you pray. And know that Allah has chose to you is better what you choose for yourself. And Allah stopped from you the calamity what is so great, and protected from calamity what it is more severe. And to be happy with Allah's decree, and don't be among those who say a word that will throw you in the hellfire. That does not mean you've been patient that you should not be saddened. This is a normal thing. The eye gets saddened, and the heart gets saddened, and the eye gets watered. And to separate from you, O Ibrahim, we are saddened. I will say only what Allah is pleased with, that we all belong to Him, we shall go back to Him. So the heart of Prophet ﷺ joined two worships: the satisfaction of Allah and His decree, and to be patient of what Allah has written on him from losing his son. At the same time, the mercy to that child, that he was taken in the beginning of his age, that the eye will tear and the heart will sadden. To separate from you, O Ibrahim, we are saddened, and we say only what pleases Allah, that we all belong to Him and we shall be returned back to Him. The Sharia does not take the natural emotions, does not criminalize it, but it trim it enhance it, where it does not lead you to leave something that's obligatory or do something that is forbidden. So one more time, patience is to hold the soul of complaining against Allah, to hold your tongue from complaining, and to keep your body from sinning against Allah, disobeying Allah. So we should not be among those who hit the chest, or tear the clothes, or pull the hair out. We know that whatever happened to us will not going to miss us, and whatever missed us will not go to get us. To have the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, I was so amazed to the Muslim's affair. If he is getting something good, he is grateful, and he will get rewarded. And if a calamity happened to him, he will be patient, and Allah will reward him for it. Where a person can put food in the mother's and his wife's mouth, and he gets rewarded for it. So in the heart, in the body, there is a clot that is, if it is good, everything in the body, the whole body is good, which is the heart. So being sad, and that's all natural things, as long as it does not lead something that is forbidden, or to leave something that is obligatory, or to be dissatisfied with Allah. So the Sharia allowed the person who is sad to cry, and the one who is happy, the Dafi, to show his happiness, and to go to the garden, and allowed the Aisha to look at the Ahbash while they are playing in the masjid. So the Sharia does not eliminate the natural feelings. And the Sheikh is saying that you get sin when you are asking or trying to get a secret date with someone, or to go beyond just the first sight. And this is where the punishment comes. And all of this, if you say it in all the natural emotions that with the humans, the Sharia always enhance it and shows different ways of Ameen. A question here about whether it is okay to wear a watch that might have a little bit of gold. Maybe it's 18 karat gold. Is there anything wrong with that? If it is minor, like one of its the arms of the clock, or in an area where you cannot, even if you put it on something that is like maybe on the numbers or something minor. Well, it is okay if it is for somebody like it's okay for someone like you, like it's not going to does not, it looks like show off, then it should not be out of fear of extra spending. The gold is forbidden on men. You take as if you are taking like some coal of fire, and they're putting it on their finger. Alhamdulillah, this is declining, where people are putting golden ring on their for marriage. And those who still insist on the gold know that he is taking some fire in his hand. But the one that is too low, it is okay if it is, permissible for someone like in your status. It is not like overspending. And the overspending could be something different from one person to another. And the rule or is what is known in the area. We have a question where the person is asking in English. The questioner is asking, I live in Cincinnati and planning on buying a house there. Me and my wife, no kids yet. I heard about guidance, financial institution. I want to hear from you whether it is possible to deal with them. I feel Allah, I just want to do the right thing. So he's asking, and the Sheikh translating that. So the question is about guidance, that is it allowed for him to deal with them and buying a house? The question we have answered it before, but we say, may Allah preserve you, the Islamic institutions in the United States, they looked into his contracts, AMCHA, who looks on UFF, default, no riba, housing, and others. And we had the Fatawa, AMCHA.org, and the summary guidance. You can deal with them at necessity. If you need the house and you have no cash, then you go ahead and, because these contracts, it might be short, but does not lead to forbidden it or make a default. So for those who are in need, it is okay. You don't have cash, that's it. If that is there, shouldn't be burden for you. Inshallah, Allah guide you. Another question. Some group, they are lending people with zero, and they have conditions to keep the 5 daily prayers, to obey your parents, and not use the loan for another reason. With it, it makes you stay away from the things that are forbidden, and to ask for the right. What do you think of these conditions? These generally, it's advising of goodness, and to stay away from evil. Someone said that to deal with me, you have to make wudu, and pray and on time, and but when the loan is there, now to put amount, if it is from a country, then the government, that's okay. Like they want to put allow special loans for the youth. To leave a place for the youth. I think that matter is to look at. That, but should not be reducing on a person and use that loan to help the person against himself. And sometimes it's very obvious. Sometimes you don't see what they're saying. So you have to look to let the person who is loaning to use that money as he wish. And don't think that he's going to be foolish, like you are the one who decides for it. No, that's not how the origins are. But that condition could be accepted in certain times. So my advice to the loaners, not to make it hard on the people to take a loan, and to do it with given the cash. And there's no need to be to the extreme, but to be good and try to be in the area where you can get money, so you don't make it hard on them, inshallah. Ameen. Ameen. Take people from an Islamic that is helping people in their daily affair. That's one of the good deeds. Because in the money there is a jihad, and in the soul there is a jihad. Because Allah said, make jihad with your hands and the money and then the soul. So you help the needy, or with the loans that you hope that it will be fulfilled to you soon. Ameen. Ameen. Another question. What are the obligations for Sujood Sahwi, and how you do it, and its form? Sujood Sahwi could be obligatory when you increase. If you did something or not something that will void the prayers, then you have to charge it. Again, the Prophet ﷺ, in order to make the Sujood Sahwi as to complete that prayer. Like if you forgot one tasbihah, and for those who say obligatory to make the tasbih, and the minimum is one tasbihah. If you left the first tashahhud, some they said you have to do. If he forgot the ruku and made sujood immediately, then he came back with the ruku, he makes the prayers, then he makes the sahwi. If he forgot one word and then he made a comment. So what is the rule? That anything, that if you did it unintentionally, then it is required to make the sujood sahwi. And you have the choice to make your sujood before the salam or after it. But it is better in most of the sahwi that will be before the salam. Like someone made salam after Maghrib, and he was told, then he will stand up and finish the prayers like it should be normal, as the Prophet ﷺ did. Ameen. Ameen. Also, whomever had doubts with his prayer, did he pray 2 or 3? If you have always like the doubt, then he will make sujood sahwi. But if he always doubtful, then he need to resist this. He don't pay attention to it. It's okay. Ameen. Ameen. Allahumma ameen. I know someone who have financial problem, and he have debt, that he wanted to slaughter an animal that he wanted to fulfill it. Then his car broke down, and he need to use a lot of money to fix it. Is it okay to have that he will use credit card, that he will pay the whole thing within a month. And he mentioned that this credit card in one of the banks that has an Islamic way, and he asked people to leave their salary to the bank, and he make a free credit card with always take the guaranteed money through the bank. The first one, how do you deal with the credit card, not the debit card? You are taking for all money. The credit card, you take the product all the time. The fatwa, that should not. You are writing on a corrupted part. And there is other replacement, so it does not allow you to go there. So that way you should not do it. In the West, in the United Kingdom, it brought to them that it is allowed through these gifts during the need, was capable of fulfilling that promise. Especially when you try to build your credit. For the lack of replacement, what we have is different. This is an Islamic bank. The sellers are there, so it's guaranteeing the money from that. So it's very close to the debit card than the credit card. So they take it immediately. And you say that you have money, you're going to receive it at that time. You just say it should not be a burden to use that for the Islamic bank that takes your salary. I hope that with all of this, you will have permission. Will accept from you the best of deeds. I brought you reward in full. Ameen. The building prices are different. I gave a merchant a number of money when he said if we get them the steel, is there a doubt in selling that cheap? The knowledge, what is known, what is contract, that you have to look at the contract from the thing that is there, the price and the product. So the product is unknown. There's a problem. It was held in the Aqidah. But to say this is like promises and meetings, and the contract will not be done until the getting the money, you could look at this situation. So to know the knowledge on how much it is part of the condition. And this, because the seller doesn't know ahead of time who he's going to take for his product. So there's some that I hope does not go into the gharar, and let be like give them back and talk, and you could take any condition you want before the signing. and you look at the best of your interest. Ameen. 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 Dear brothers and sisters, we come to the end of this episode, inshallah. We'll continue on our next meeting, inshallah, Monday, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. Till we meet again, good night, inshallah. We'll see you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. La ilaha illallah.